My wife's trainer challenged me without knowing my past in the special forces. I made him find out the hard way. He could not breathe. Taylor was flexing in front of the gym mirror when I walked in, checking his reflection with the self-satisfied smirk only someone in their 20s can pull off. Must be the husband, he said without looking away from his own image, arms raised, biceps bulging, admiring himself. Melissa talks about you all the time. I did not respond, just headed to a bench press area in the back corner. Started untying my work boots, structural balance, heavy covered in concrete dust. I would come straight from the construction site, had not even changed. She said you will be gotten soft lately. His bass got louder, making sure people could hear that you don't satisfy her anymore. Not in the gym, not in bed, nowhere that matters. The wheel stopped clinking, treadmills kept turning, but people slowed down. Ellipticals went quiet, heads turning, puns coming out. Always happens when there's potential drama. People can't resist. Taylor laughed. This was his stage, his moment, his audience. 20 people watching, waiting. I told her, real men take what they want. Don't ask permission, don't wait around. He took a step closer, chest out, arm flexed, tank top showing every muscle. And I want her, what are you going to do about it, all men? I finished untying my first board, set it carefully beside the bench. Started on the second one, slow, methodical, no rush. Hit me, please try it. He laughed, loud, performative. I will drop in 5 seconds, maybe less. A bench 320, squat 450. What do you do? Push papers, sit in a office all day. I stood up slowly, straightened to my full height, 6 feet, about 185 lbs. Not big, not impressive. Gay in my beard, 43 years old, wearing dusty jeans and a faded t-shirt. Taylor was 28, maybe 6 foot 20, 215 lbs of pure muscle. Ripped ABS visible through his compressing shirt, arms like tree trunks. Veins popping, probably 10, 6 days a week, probably had a perfect microdose great diet. Probably took exactly the right supplement at exactly the right times. What he did not know, what Melissa had never told him was that I would spend 12 years in special forces. 75th Ranger Regiment first, then a Delta Force selection, 8 years active duty in places that did not officially exist. 4 years contract work after that, doing things I still could not talk about under penalty of federal law. 5 seconds, I asked. Buzz calm, level no emotion. Try there, he grinned. Confident, cocky, stupid. I'll have you on the ground crying in 3 seconds. Flat, old man. He charged, telegraphed, shoulder drop, weight forward, right arm coming around for a haymaker punch. Textbook mistake. The kid they teach you to exploit in week 1 of combined training. I sidestepped it, simple, efficient, grabbed his standard right arm with both hands. Left hand on his waist, right hand on his elbow. Used his forward momentum against him, pushed his arm across his body, pulled his wrist down and toward me. Basic jiu-jitsu, the kind they drill into until it's pure muscle memory. One smooth motion and Taylor was face down on the rubber gym floor. Happened so fast he did not have time to react, did not have time to catch himself. My right knee pressed into his spine between his shoulder blades. My forearm across the back of his neck, not choking him, not yet, just controlling. My left hand had its right arm twisted behind his back. Shoulder joined at the edge of dislocation. Any resistance and it would pop. All his strength, all his muscle, all his training completely useless in this position. Can't breathe, he gasped. Face pressed against the black rubber mat, turning red, that's the point. I said quietly, calmly, now listen very carefully, Taylor. Don't interrupt, don't struggle, just listen. The crowd pressed closer, 30 people now, every phone recording. This would be on YouTube in minutes, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. You thought my wife was single. I applied a little more pressure, not much, just enough to make breathing harder. She's been wearing her wedding ring every single day we'd been sleeping with her. 7 years, that's how long we'd been married. 7 years this past September. Taylor's face went from red to purple. He clapped at the floor with his free hand, trying to push up, trying to get leverage, could not move. I had his center of gravity, had his balance, had everything that mattered. I know about the coffee shop dates at Stella's Son on Cafe X every Tuesday and Thursday morning. You get her the caramel necessito. She gets it the protein shake, very romantic. His eyes went wide. Shocked. I know about the hotel in Cherry Creek. The head room 347. He always requires the same room. King bed, city view, very consistent. Wider eyes, more panic. I know about the text at 2 in the morning when you think I'm asleep. The phone calls at lunch when I'm on site. Weekend train sessions that are not training at all. I pulled out my phone with my free hand, showed the screen to the crowd, scrolled through photos with my thumb. Let them see everything, photos of Taylor and Melissa leaving the hotel together, him with his arm around her, kissing in her park behind the gym, holding hands at a restaurant downtown. Timestamps on everything, dates, locations, GPS coordinates, all documented. I hired a private investigator 3 weeks ago. I continued, boys still calm, still control, retired special forces body of mine. Guy has served within Afghanistan, very through, very district, very good at his job. He got everything. Taylor tried to speak, could not get enough air. Just wheezing, gasping, king sounds. The thing about guys like you, I said, was never rising above conversational level. If you think muscle equal strength, you think size matters, you will never be in a real fight. Never had someone trained to kill put you down in 3 seconds. You've been spent your whole life in gyms, lifting weights, looking at yourself in mirrors. I've been spent 12 years in different countries doing things I still can't talk about. I shifted my weight slightly, pressed down a little harder. Taylor's wheezing what odds. More desperate, let him go. Someone in the crowd yelled. Evans was scared. You are going to kill him in a minute. I said, looking up at all the phones, at all the faces, at all the witnesses, everyone recording. Good, you are all witness to what I am about to say. Keep those cameras on. I leaned closer to Taylor's ear, whispered quite enough that only he could hear words just for him. I could collapse your car right now. Real neck chocations. Brain damage in 19 seconds from oxygen deprivation. Permanent damage in 2 minutes. You would never train again, never work again. Hell, we would never breathe the same. You spend the rest of your life with scares. Every single breath a reminder of this moment. His eyes went wide with pure terror, real fear, probably the first time in his privileged life. But I am not going to that. I said louder. For the crowd, for the cameras, because I'm not a criminal. I'm not a thug. I'm just a husband having a conversation with the man who has been sleeping with my wife. I released the pressure on his neck. Slightly just enough. Let him chuck in a display. Drug, wheezing breath. Your turn to beg. Taylor. Tell everyone here what you will be doing with Melissa Rodriguez, my wife. Tell them about the hotel, the dates, the plans we'd been making. Tell them he could not speak. Just gasped and coughed and choked on air. Drool coming out of his mouth onto the mat. No, I can't find the words. Let me help you then. I pulled out folded papers from my bag, pocket, printed emails, printed texts, all of it. Hold them it up to the cameras. Let everyone see. Let them zoom in. This is a text from Taylor to my wife 2 days ago. December 18th, 11:47 p.m. It says, and I quote, your husband's a joke. I could take him with one hand tied behind my back. Why are you still with him? Maybe him. Come with me to California. Now we got the gym opportunity in San Diego. The crowd murmured, whispered, speeding, shocked faces. Someone said, what's the fuck? Another one from the last week. December 12th, 2:34 am. He's too old for anyway. You are only 32. You are in your prime. You need a real man, someone who keep you with you in every way. You know what I mean. More whispers, more shock. December 9th, does he even touch you anymore? Because I will. Every single day, multiple times. You deserve that. I scroll through more messages on my phone. Each one more demeaning than the last. Each one destroying Taylor's image more completely. December 16th. Random question, but how much is his life insurance policy worth? Just curious. Will be mentioned before the he is one through his company. Loud gasp from the crowd. Actual gasp, someone said, oh my god. Another person said, call the police. December 3rd. Construction accidents happen all the time. Gas fell off buildings, get hit by equipment. No one would suspect anything. The crowd went completely silent. Shock, horror, understanding what this meant. Taylor was shaking now, trembling not from the position, not from the lack of fear. From fear, from realization, from understanding that I knew everything, that I documented everything, that his life was over. The police are outside right now. I said calmly, matter of fact. I called them 15 minutes ago before I walked in. Gave them copies of everything, every text, every photo, every receipt. Then in the parking lot, reviewing it all with my lawyer, discussing consequency to commit insurance fraud. Discussing conspiracy to commit murder, right to Qley, like I would script it perfectly. Two Denver police officers pushed through the crowd, uniforms beige, hands on their belts, body cameras on Mr. Rodriguez. One of them said, older guy, maybe 50, grey hair, sergeant, Steve's professional. We need to ask Mr. Coleman some question about conspiracy. Coleman, resolution. I finally released Taylor, stood up, stepped back, stretched my back, popped my neck. And he collapsed completely on the floor, gasping, crying face still purple. Drool and tears on the rubble mat, shaking. The coffees pulled him up, one on each arm. Professional firm started reading him his rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say you will be used against you in a court of law. Melissa appeared in the gym door last had been in the parking lot watching through the window waiting. Her face went completely white when she saw Taylor in handcuffs. When she saw the crowd, when she saw all the fond audience, Richard, what do you do? Her voice shaking, scared, guilty. I walked past her. I did not look at her. Picked up my boots, sat on the bench, started putting them on, tying them carefully, taking my time. She grabbed my arm. Richard, please. This is not what it looks like. I can explain. Don't touch me. I pulled my arm away. Stood up, faced her. We'd been sleeping with him for 4 months since August. I know everything. I did not. We did not. Room 347. I had cherry Greek every Monday and Wednesday.